Okay, it's that time again, friends. Time for Talking with Tom on YouTube. And we're waiting for our first check-ins to the show tonight. Please check into live chat and say hello. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So if you're out there, and our first check-in is from Pennsylvania, Stephen Schwartz. Stephen from Pennsylvania saying, hello, Tom. Thank you very much for checking in tonight from Pennsylvania, Stephen. Nice to have you aboard on the program. And we'll wait for a few more check-ins here tonight on the show on YouTube. And don't forget, Friday night, we're on Facebook, on the Thomas Coss Facebook page at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Thomas Coss Facebook page. So check that out also this coming Friday, the day after tomorrow. It is Friday, August 19th, 2026. And we're waiting for more check-ins here on the show tonight. In the meantime, I don't know if Debbie and Bill are going to be checking in from Plainville, Connecticut. Oh, Marcy is here. Welcome, Marcy, from the Philippines. From New Zealand. Marcy from New Zealand is here. Hello, Marcy. Welcome to the program from New Zealand. We're waiting to see if we're going to get 4 countries checking in. 5 with the United States. If you include the United States, that's 5 different countries that checked in last week. That was quite an amazing program for sure, with 5 different countries checking in. So we got 2 so far. We got New Zealand and we have the United States. So thank you for checking in tonight, Marcy. It's nice to have you on the program. Again, I don't know if Bill and Debbie and Bill, if they're going to check in from Plainville, Connecticut. But anyways, the 39th Annual Plainville Fire Company Hot Air Balloon Festival will take place in Norton Park, South Washington Street, Plainville, Connecticut, Friday, August 28th, from 5 to 9 p.m., and Saturday, August 29th, from 6 to 9 p.m. And Saturday, they're going to have a car show. So check that out if you're in the Plainville, Connecticut area. The 39th Annual Plainville Fire Company Hot Air Balloon Festival, Norton Park, South Washington Street, Plainville, Connecticut, Friday, August 28th, and Saturday, August 29th, and Saturday the 29th, featuring a car show. And we've got 3 countries checked in now: United States, New Zealand, and Carol from the Philippines. Carol says, hello, Tom, Stephen, and Marcy. Have a good evening tonight, everyone. And the show is going to be a good one tonight. The sound and picture is good here in the Philippines. Well, thank you very much for that report, Carol. I'm glad we're coming in loud and clear in the Philippines, as well as New Zealand and Pennsylvania in the United States of America. It's fair time in the state of Connecticut. One of the best seasons, fair season. The best seasons of the year. Berlin Fair, Portland Fair, Durham Fair, Southington Apple Harvest Festival, You can check out all the fairs in the state of Connecticut at ctagfairs.org. That's ctagfairs.org. ctagfairs.org. The Berlin Fair, the Portland Fair, Durham Fair, Southington Apple Harvest Festival, and many, many more. Ruth is here from California. Welcome to the program, Cousin Ruth. Nice to have you aboard. And Marcy said it's 12 p.m. Thursday afternoon here in New Zealand. And Ruth says, I sure do miss those apple fritters at the Southington Apple Harvest Festival. Well, make some yourself, Ruth. You're very creative. All you need is some Bisquick, a couple of eggs, a little bit of milk. Chop up the apples and fry them in hot oil. That's all you have to do. It's real simple. Check it out, Ruth from California, my cousin. With all those apples you got, and you don't know what to do with the apples. I understand you made apple muffins and gave them out to all your neighbors. Apple muffins. That sounds good. Rose is here from Waterford. She says, hi, Tom. Hello, everyone. Rose from Waterford, Connecticut. And Carol from the Philippines says, hello, Rose. Have a nice evening tonight and enjoy the show. And speaking of Rose from Waterford, we got some news that she sent in on Thomas A. Coss at gmail.com. Thomas A. Coss, ThomasACoss at gmail.com. Community craft supply swap. Absolutely free. You don't have to pay a single penny. Saturday, August 29th, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at Thrive 55, 102 Newtown Road, Groton, Connecticut. All are welcome to attend. Again, it's free. A community craft supply swap. Shop at the community craft supply shop swap for free. Shop absolutely for free. Saturday, August 29th, 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Thrive 55, 102 Newtown Road, Groton, Connecticut. And again, all are welcome to attend. We have an Italian festival going on Saturday, September 5th, 12 noon to 9 p.m. Rain date, Sunday, September 6th. And the festival is going to take place at the Howard T. Brown Park in Norwich, Connecticut. Delicious Italian and American food, drinks, wine, beer, live music for your listening and dancing pleasure, and no admission charge, absolutely free. So check it out, the Italian Festival, Saturday, September 5th, 12 noon to 9 p.m., with a rain date of Sunday, September 6th, Howard T. Brown Park, Norwich, Connecticut. And live music for your listening and dancing pleasure. So check it out, the Italian Festival in Norwich, Connecticut. And Marcy from New Zealand says it's a fine, sunny, wintry Thursday afternoon in New Zealand, soon to be spring. Next month, September, it'll be spring in New Zealand. And it'll be autumn here in the United States of America. We have some blood drives going on at the Blood Donation Center, 45 Salem Turnpike, Norwich, Connecticut. We have a blood drive on Tuesday, September 1st, from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Thursday, September 3rd, 12 noon to 6 p.m. And Saturday, September 5th, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, that's at the Red Cross Blood Drive Center, 45 Salem Turnpike, Norwich, Connecticut. 45 Salem Turnpike in Norwich. For further information, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS. That's 1-800-RED-CROSS or 1-800-733-2767. That's 1-800-733-2767. For more information on the blood drives, 45 Salem Turnpike in Norwich, Connecticut. And I want to thank Rose for that information. I'm happy to pass it along. And Rose says we'll be having that winter weather coming soon enough here in the United States. It's right around the corner, Rose. So get ready. It's getting darker earlier and temperatures are getting lower. They're in the 70s, 50s, and 70s, 50s, 60s, and 70s now. I seen it drop down to like 58, 59 at night. And 70s and 80s. What happened to that 90-degree weather? Okay, I think it's time for some coffee. I got to have some coffee here. Ah, that's good. Light with sugar. And Rose from Waterford, Connecticut said that's fine with me. Okay, Rose, thank you very much for that information that you sent in to the program. And I want to give a shout out to my good friend Rockin' Ron Sedaley at funtowerradio.com, the hottest hits. FUNTOWERRADIO, FUNTOWERRADIO, all one word. funtowerradio.com, the hottest hits with Rockin' Ron Sedaley. Ruth from California says, enjoy the cooler weather in Connecticut and your coffee, Tommy. And Stephen Schwartz says, by knowing the time is coming, it'll be snowing again soon. Yes, it's coming right around the corner, Stephen Schwartz from Pennsylvania. And Ruth says it's still hot here in California. Okay, getting back to Fun Tower Radio. Friday night is the Friday Night Oldies Show with Rockin' Ron Sedaley. He plays music from the 50s and the early 60s, mostly the 50s, and he goes up to like 1963, I think, but nothing higher than that. 50s and early 60s on the Friday Night Oldies Show on funtowerradio.com. And then the big show is All Requests Saturday night. On Saturday night with Rockin' Ron Sedaley. You can phone in your requests and dedications at 860-540-4766. That's 860-540-4766 for your requests and dedications on Fun Tower Radio. And if you want to read something good by Rockin' Ron Sedaley, Ruth says, can I get Fun Tower Radio from California? You can get it anywhere in the world. It's on the internet. It's worldwide. Anywhere in the world. FUNTOWERRADIO.com. You can get it in California and every other country of the world. The United States and everywhere. Worldwide radio with Rockin' Ron Sedaley. Again, for requests and dedications on Fun Tower Radio, 860-540-4766. And don't forget the one that Marcy from New Zealand likes, Love Letters with Michelle Russo on Sunday evening and repeated again on Monday evening. Love Letters with Michelle Russo, easy listening love songs on funtowerradio.com. Sunday night and repeated again on Monday night. Love Letters. And the host of the show, the hostess with the mostess, check it out on Fun Tower Radio with Michelle Russo. And Cousin Ruth from California says, I will tune in soon. I love the oldies but goodies. That's on Friday night, Cousin Ruth. So after my show is over, then you can go over to Fun Tower Radio. When my show is ended on Friday night, you can check out Fun Tower Radio for the oldies but goodies. 50s music and early 60s on Friday night with Rockin' Ron Sedaley. Check out on my page, Rockin' Ron Sedaley posted on the Thomas Coss Facebook page a very, very, very interesting thought that he had on the future of radio, where radio is today, where it was years ago when stations were locally owned and they had live disc jockeys. Now radio is all automated. The station I worked at, WMMW, 1470 AM radio in Meriden, Connecticut, is now WBOM, the bomb. WBOM, and it's automated. No live people on there. It's run by computers. No live disc jockeys on the old WMMW. The call letters are now WBOM, the bomb. And I don't believe there's any live people on there. It's all 100% automated. And that's what Rockin' Ron Sedaley is talking about in the letter that I posted on my page. I thought he did a real good job in describing radio, what it was in the past, what it is in the present, and where it's going in the future. So check it out. It's a couple of paragraphs long, and Rockin' Ron Sedaley's got some really, really good information there that I posted on my page, the Thomas Coss Facebook page. So check out Rockin' Ron Sedaly and what he wrote on there. I think you'll enjoy reading it for sure. And he talks about how he was in radio part-time and he held other jobs. I think he held a job with the state of Connecticut full-time, and he was part-time on the radio. He said he was always part-time on the radio while he performed his other jobs. So check it out on my page, the Thomas Coss Facebook page. I have it posted on there. Okay, where's our foreign countries tonight? We only have two. We got Marcy from New Zealand and Carol from the Philippines. What happened to Brazil and Indonesia? I understand Indonesia was hit by an earthquake, or possibly two. Was it two earthquakes? Is that what I saw on the news? Indonesia? So I'm hoping our friend from Indonesia that checked in last week is okay after the earthquakes. Oh, and we got another check-in. Larry from Rapid City, South Dakota. Joining in late, that's okay. We're still here, Larry. We're waiting for you. Larry from Rapid City, South Dakota. Everybody say hello to Larry. Just checking in now from Rapid City, South Dakota. I believe he's in the Mountain Time Zone, whereas my cousin Ruth is in the Pacific Time Zone in California. And Rose says, hi, Larry. Welcome to the show. And Marcy says also, Sean Brown will be on the Retro Flashback show after Oldies Friday night with music from the 70s to the 90s. So Sean Brown on funtowerradio.com with the Retro Flashback show right after the Oldies show on Friday night with Rockin' Ron Sedaly. And Sean Brown will have music from the 70s to the 90s on his show. So check that out. And thank you very much, Marcy, for that information. Ruth from California says, hi, Larry. Welcome to the program. And Larry has a hello from Marcy in New Zealand. She says, hi there. Oh, no, that was Larry that said hi there. Okay. Thank you very much, Larry. Everyone is saying hello to Larry, checking in from South Dakota. I'm glad you made it to the program tonight, Larry. So, how was that party at Mr. G's restaurant? Rose, did you and your sister go to Mr. G's to celebrate 60 years on Sunday, August 16th with the free buffet and the cash bar in New London? I just wonder how the party was, if you had a good time, if you were able to make it. And Rose from Waterford, Connecticut said it was wonderful. We had a great time at the party. And now Marcy from New Zealand says hello to Larry in South Dakota, Rapid City, South Dakota, all the way from New Zealand. Marcy from New Zealand says hello, Larry. I'm glad things worked out, Rose, at Mr. G's restaurant, celebrating 60 years. on Sunday, August 16th with the free buffet. And Rose says, I'll send you the link of the pictures if you like. Yeah, that'd be nice for me to check out the pictures. That sounds good, Rose. Send the link to thomasacoss@gmail.com. thomasacoss@gmail.com. You have the address. Rose from Waterford. I'm glad you and your sister had a good time. And Larry from South Dakota says, hi, Rose. Hi, Marcy. Hello to Rose in Waterford, Connecticut. And hello to Marcy in New Zealand. Don't forget the Italian Festival coming up Saturday, September 5th, 12 noon to 9 p.m., with the rain date of Sunday, September 6th, at the Howard T. Brown Park, Norwich, Connecticut. Delicious Italian and American food, drinks, wine, beer, live music for your listening and dancing pleasure. Absolutely free, no admission charge. So go there and check it out. Saturday, September 5th, 12 noon to 9 p.m., with a rain date of Sunday, September 6th. The Howard T. Brown Park, Norwich, Connecticut. And Rose from Waterford, Connecticut says, okay, I'm going to say goodnight a bit early tonight. I have some things to do before my sister comes over tomorrow. So good night, everyone, on the show from Rose in Waterford, Connecticut. Okay, Rose, thank you for sending in the information. Take care and God bless. Good night, Rose, from Carol in the Philippines. Carol says, good night, Rose, and God bless. And Larry from South Dakota says, hello to Ruth in California. Ruth in California says, good night, Rose, in Waterford, Connecticut. And Larry also says, good night to Rose. Thank you for checking in tonight, Rose. Thank you for the information. And send me those pictures. Send me the link to the pictures. I'd like to see it. Sounds like you had a good time for sure. My throat's getting dry. Time for more coffee. Ah, that's better. I had to wet my throat with some delicious coffee, light and sweet. Marcy from New Zealand says, okay, good night, Tom. You have a good one, Marcy. Take care. God bless. And thank you for checking into the program tonight, Marcy, all the way from New Zealand. It was certainly nice to have you aboard, that's for sure. And Carol from the Philippines. I don't know what happened to Brazil, and I don't know what happened to Indonesia. I was hoping they would check in. Crazy Dave did not check in tonight from Florida. And we did not hear from Steve Carlin and Ethan Carlin in Agawam, Massachusetts. What happened to Steve and Ethan Carlin? They haven't been around for the past couple of weeks. Steve and Ethan Carlin and Crazy Dave from Florida. Steve and Ethan Carlin from Agawam, Massachusetts. Okay, maybe Friday night they'll check into the Friday night program. Don't forget, Friday night at 8 p.m. on the Thomas Coss Facebook page. Tom Coss Live on Facebook. Hope to see you all there. Please check in and say hello to live chat on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States of America. And we'll be happy to see you all checking in on Friday night on the Thomas Coss Facebook page at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States. Ruth from California says, great show tonight, Tommy. Thank you very much, Cousin Ruth. I appreciate that. I hope Donnie is doing okay. Cousin Donnie, I hope she's doing all right. Okay, one more time, don't forget funtowerradio.com with the hottest hits on the internet. You can pick it up in California, Ruth, and anywhere in the world. funtowerradio.com is the address. And if you'd like to call in your requests or dedications, or just to say hello, the phone number is 860-540-4766. That's 860-540-4766 for Rock and Ron Sedaly and Fun Tower Radio at funtowerradio.com. The hottest hits on the internet. And check out that piece on my Facebook page, the Thomas Coss Facebook page. I posted it because I thought it was quite interesting what Rock and Ron Sedaly had to say about where we've been with radio, where we are in the present, and where radio is heading in the future. It doesn't look too good, but are too promising. But I think the FCC had a lot to do with it, the Federal Communications Commission. Okay, Ruth from California says, I will check it out, Tommy. Thank you very much. Stephen Schwartz from Pennsylvania says, have a good night. See you Friday at 8 p.m. on Facebook and back on YouTube August 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States of America. That's Friday night, this coming Friday, the day after tomorrow, 8 p.m. on Facebook and back here again on YouTube on August 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, August 26th, Wednesday, for another edition of Talking with Tom on YouTube. And Larry from South Dakota says, always great to see you here on Facebook, Tom, and on YouTube. Good night to all who checked into the program. Carol from the Philippines says, good night, everyone. May you all have a blessed evening tonight. And also to our anchor man, Tom Coss, keep safe and have the blessing of God upon you. See you again on August 26th, guys, here at 8 p.m. on YouTube, and Friday, 8 p.m. on Facebook. Okay, take care, everyone. God bless. Have a nice evening. Thank you all for checking in. I really appreciate it. And remember, it's nice to be important, but it's much, much, much more important to be nice. Take care, good night, and God bless. See you all Friday on the Thomas Coss Facebook page for Tom Coss Live on Facebook. Thanks again, everyone.